Hey Aries, this is your monthly work and finance, career and finance, February. I hope you're doing well. Also remember the drill, this is take what resonates and throw out what doesn't. Don't ever force the reading or don't force it to fit. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or where you have strong Aries placements in your natal chart. This might resonate with you. We're moving into the Fire Horse. We've just moved into the year of the Fire Horse, Lunar New Year, where things may accelerate. You might notice the pace of life picking up momentum. So we're starting out here with Temperance. You need to be patient. That could be the thing. Or you might be working with a fellow fire sign, Sagittarius. I suggest many of you will need to have an open mind when it comes to work. Yeah, you might be going to partnership with a Sagittarius or working with a Sagittarius, or a Sagittarius could be quite significant in your working life, showing you support. Maybe one of your children, close relative or friend, even your partner could be a Sag. For some of you, you could be going to business with your partner who's a Saggy. Whatever you're doing, you feel you want to expand your options. You could be looking at how to fund a travel trip. You could have a colleague who's a Leo or a Scorpio, Aquarius or Taurus. And we're hearing from somebody who's connected with your work. Oh, slow and steady. Yeah, that's why you need to have patience this month, Aries, because things are not zooming ahead. Things are going to be slow, steady. From time to time, I feel this month you'll be worrying about finance a little bit. Is there going to be enough? As we move into the spring, will you be making enough? For some of you, not all of you, there'll be a small pay rise coming your way. Yeah, if you're self-employed, your head's down. You're looking. If you're self-employed, if you're a creative and you're self-employed, I feel as if you're already focusing on the spring and the summer. I feel as if you're already looking at. I mean, if, for example, if you're in design or fashion or interiors, you're already looking at forthcoming trends for the year, planning what to do. You could be sourcing fabric, sourcing materials, spending a bit as well on new stock. I'm getting for some of you, not all of you, because I feel like last year, well, at least I'd say, well, let's say the last quarter of the last year, or the last 4 months of last year, I feel as if you had quite a lot on and you were overburdened. You had a heavy workload, and you were feeling like all I ever do is work kind of thing, and maybe also complaining a bit about, but I have to because I need the money, because I've got this and that overhead and this overhead, and I don't have a choice. I have to work hard. Slightly martyristic, I feel, but you're not in that energy now, not at all. You're not in that, and this year I feel, and this month, starting this month, you won't be in this mindset. You'll be saying, look, I have what I have. If you have your own business, for example, you'll be saying, well, look, things may be slow, but I have everything I need. I enjoy what I do. What do I have to complain about? A different perspective. You have Sag at the centre, Sagittarius energy at the centre of your read. Your perspective, I feel, is going to change this February and sustain itself for the rest of the year. Yeah, interesting, because from time to time over the month and leading into spring, I feel as if you may have a tendency to put yourself into that little box saying, ugh, oh, I can't do this, or I throw my hands up in the air. Sometimes I don't see the point, or why do I try so hard, that kind of thing. But I think that's just occasional moments when you get a little bit ratty, you get a little bit tired, you get a little bit, not having enough time out. It's like a side effect of sometimes not allowing yourself enough breaks. Definitely feel that there'll be events if you're self-employed, things like the marketplace for your work. You may be looking at avenues, other avenues of being able to sell, and there will be somebody, something, a windfall in suddenly. I feel that what you're doing now is setting you instead for receiving more funds in the spring and summer months. But be careful not to get into this Eight of Swords energy when you're being, because you're unsure of what's coming up from time to time, questioning what you're doing. Don't do that, don't need to do that. Doubt your doubts, believe your beliefs, and you're hoping, praying, no, you're hoping that this year will bring you more success. By the summer, because of whatever you're laying down foundations-wise now, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, whatever you're laying down now, I feel as if you will start to reap the rewards in the late spring, early summer. You will begin to see how working hard, almost, slavishly last year, things getting easier, being more steady, you having plenty of, like a very open-minded way of seeing things, a much broader perspective as you're working, already sourcing ideas, finding more fulfillment in your work. By the time, we're into the spring, summer, you'll be seeing how all this is beginning to pay off. And ultimately, you'll want to avoid procrastinating, so that by the time you feel things are, and by the end of the month, you'll see a remarkable, I believe, improvement in your mood and the way you work. There'll be more pleasure in it for you. Don't get into a place where you start feeling a bit complacent, or things are flowing well enough that you can afford to sit back a bit, or let things, what the words I'm trying to find here, let things take their own course, as it were. You're gonna have to be on it. I don't feel you're going to get into a place of despondency, but there are moments where you can fall into that despondency. I feel strongly that you're going to need to pay attention to your base chakra. You need red, Aries, red. You need to ground yourself, keep yourself grounded. You need to maybe even work with the colour red to strengthen your base chakra. What's going on here? Yeah, I feel as if Tiger's Eye could help you as well, because that's really, the Tiger's Eye stone is enhancing creativity. Red candle might be a plan too. What's this despondency? You might fall into some... Yeah, I think that if you start feeling at any point despondent over the month, it's going to be because you've got to make some... you've got to be a bit more discerning about who... if you're self-employed, about clients. About how much you're going to be investing in your business. And also, if you're employed, and some of you I feel are teachers, how much work you're prepared to bring home with you. I'm feeling like some of you will be working past 7 o'clock in the evening, which or find yourself doing that and then getting back into that, then that's when the enthusiasm starts to drop out, because you're doing too many hours and you're not really then enjoying what you're doing. Leap of faith, that's you. Take a leap of faith when it comes to making these choices. Go with your gut when it comes to doing so. Don't hang around over-analysing so that you get into that mental paralysis through over-analysing. And make your communications. You might find yourself the backlog of emails and stuff you need to be doing, and that gets put on the back burner because you're too preoccupied with other things. So make sure that doesn't go, because they could be aware there could be something like an important email that you miss. Or just forget to respond to, Don't forget to reach out to others if you need help. I think you're going to be viewed this month as well as being you know, kind of stylish and sassy and generous and, you know, practical and having all these skills. Make sure you're being practical when you're, you know, when you're about your daily tasks. Yeah, beautifying things. Some of you are in the beauty industries. Some of you, I feel, are in fashion. Not all of you, obviously. Some of you in, you know, fashion or interiors. I'm getting. And it could be this is a thing that you're looking at how to beautify things, make them more appealing. Maybe you're dealing with a market, and your market is mainly or largely women, and you know, how you're presenting yourself is going to reflect in your business. You may be dressing or considering dressing more stylishly, or putting forward, you know, a more stylish figure of yourself, an impression. If you're not self-employed and you're in the workplace, it could be that you're wanting to make a more an impression. Yeah, I feel like you also, many of you, not all of you, you're going to meet somebody who's going to help you. You know, that you could go into partnership with, the Four of Wands here, who could be very impressed by what you do and then want to be a part of it. It could be someone who's retired or somebody who has that kind of time on their hands. What else does Aries need to know? What can help Aries for their work and finance, the sector of career, finance and career for Aries, please? Thank you. So if you're uncertain about what's coming up, because you're taking a few risks here, then, and things might be feeling slow for you, just have faith in yourself, largely. And your card has come up, so and don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of uncertainty, because we never know what's coming in. We can, you know, have a very good idea, but it doesn't mean to say that we know 100%. You know, if there's someone new coming in to work with you or help you, and you don't know how that's going to go, how can you know how that's going to go? But you can have faith in the situation. So I feel like you're bringing in some working relationships, new ones, some collaborations. Or you'll be meeting people more like-minded. If you're creative, you'll be meeting other creatives where you really gel. You got this, you really kind of on the same page, and your work also, in the case of if you are creative, that where your work gels, you might be able to, you know, collaborate, because what you do, what they do, works so well as a joint effort. And you'll feel that belonging, that sense of belonging. It might be you might be coming across you know, a group of creatives somewhere where you can be maybe as like a guest in their place of work, or they could be guesting or hosting your work, for example. What else? What mantras do we have for Aries for the month of February in relation to work? I am enduring. So you're going to have the endurance. You've got the Knight of Pentacles here. You're going to have endurance to get through this month. You're not going to be, you've got to watch that, you're not going to be feeling like a workhorse on the treadmill. 24/7. That was a thing of the past. What else for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aries, for another mantra for the month of February with regards to their work, life, their money. I mean, not too many pentacles have come up here, but enough. I mean, consistency. You know, you've got the Knight, that's pretty slow and steady money coming in. You're going to be working on that. And I am quiet. So you're quiet. Make sure you get that quiet time in. I feel as if you're self-employed, when you're working, you're going to be wanting particular sort of quiet and stillness, and you and you'll be possibly benefiting from that pin drop silence, which will really help your focus. So maybe one or two more Aries. Let's have a look. Anything else you need to know? Anything else you need to know? Yeah. So keep the passion up in your work. Keep feeling passionate about what you're doing. Be grateful. Have an open mind. And there we are. I hope that was helpful. Like, share, subscribe if you feel like it. Let me know if you could hear me, because I know there's audio issues right now. And take care. Wishing you all the best. Sending you lots of love. Until next time. Bye now.